Have you heard the saying, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but it's the size of the fight in the dog? Hello, I'm Clarence. I'm the preacher. I'm here to tell you that is absolutely true. David may have been nowhere near as big as Goliath, but the fight inside David's heart was way bigger than the fight in Goliath's heart. And David won the day, and we still talk about him some 3,000 years later. The attitude, the I can attitude, I can handle this, I can get through it, I'm going to make it work. That is the difference between night and day. That's what sets the boys apart from the men. That's what makes the successful successful. Even those that can be a little bit reluctant, like Gideon, for example, wasn't real eager to get out there and fight that battle with just 300 men, but he got over his problem, over his reluctance, got his attitude right, and with 300 men, he defeated the enemy. That is the power of attitude. So we have people like Paul who say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Amen. That is the attitude to have, the attitude that you're going to get it done. And even though Paul, we think, was executed in Rome, he's still talking today. When people have the right attitude, they're unstoppable, and even death can't stop them. In fact, I think we would all agree that Paul's impact through his letters after his death was far greater than the people he touched before his death. Now, his ministry before his death was really awesome, but millions and billions of people have heard about Christ because of Paul long after his death. That's the size of fight we're talking about. That's the kind of attitude we're talking about. In Ephesians 3:20, Paul wrote that God was able to do through us things we hadn't even thought about or imagined. I think that's awesome. I think we're kind of missing that in a way. I don't know what Moses' attitude was entirely. I know at the burning bush, he was a little hesitant. He kept making 7 excuses. In fact, you'll get about 7 excuses there if you want to read through that text and count them out. And so we have Moses, who's a little bit reluctant there at the beginning. He finally gets over his reluctance. He adopts that I can attitude. And then he stands in front of Pharaoh. We know about the 10 plagues. And then later he stands at the Red Sea, and the Red Sea parts and Israel crosses on dry land. Now, this was not by the power of Moses. The I can attitude is really more of an attitude of God can. God can do things through us we can't imagine by the power that works in us. We become his avenue. We become his servant. And through us, he works. So if you're having trouble with an I can attitude and you got this whiny thing and going, I can't, great. That's a wonderful place to be. No, I can't do things on my own. But 1 plus God is a majority. And God can. God can part the Red Sea. Moses can't part the Red Sea, but God can part the Red Sea. Gideon can't beat an army with 300 men, but God can beat an army with 300 men. David can't kill a giant all on his own, but God can kill a giant when David slings that stone. There's the attitude, and when you have that attitude, it scares Satan to death. Satan is scared to death that you're going to find out that you are free, that you really can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You don't have to live in the prison of fear. Christ already opened the door. All you've got to do is get up and walk out and say, I will fight the good fight. I will be faithful unto death. I will do this thing in a way that makes my Father in heaven smile. When you get that attitude, Satan and his demons, whatever, start shaking in their boots. So make a choice. Do like Joshua. Choose you this day who you serve, but as for me, my house, I'm going to serve the Lord. And we're going to get out there and we're going to have an I can attitude that says, I know God can do some great things through me, and I am going to make myself available. So put your comments below, share your ideas, and if you think this would help somebody else, then share this video. And as always, I hope you have a great day.